Hello, this is Michelle with Mythical Tarot. We're going to do another letter reading today. My goal is to try to do every letter of the alphabet from now until the end of the year. So we're going to pick out another random letter today. And if it's a letter I've already done, we're going to skip it and do another. And we have M. And no, I am not going to take this reading as for myself, but hey, I am Michelle. I am M. So if your name starts with M, ends with M, middle initial M, or the letter M just resonates with you, this reading is for you. Okay. I'm going to shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And we're just going to do a simple 3-card spread. These are really, I feel like the 3-card spreads are good for a generalization of issues, or a question or concern. If I ever entertain the possibility of doing personal readings, of course, they're going to get a little more spready. But that's something I'm not really at yet. I'm trying to get my feel around the YouTube stuff and the video stuff. But if I ever become available for personal readings, I will definitely make it known. I will definitely put up my information and we'll go from there. But I'm comfortable just doing collective general readings right now. This is a good place for me. This is where I feel my part in the universe is at this time. But again, that could change, and I will let you know. All right, so we got to shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And we're going to lay out our 3 cards today. So we have Page of Swords, the 8 of Cups, and the High Priestess. And again, another major arcana card in such a small spread. This tends to be a pattern with my readings. So, generally with the Page of Swords, and the Page of Swords actually came up in a previous reading. And I remember that now because of the the wax that I spilt on the card that I've yet to clean off. But I sometimes feel, like the same thing with the incense getting onto the card. Things happen for a reason. And I tend to try not to mess with that reasoning. But with the Page of Swords, it symbolizes either a page or a princess. Could be masculine, feminine energy. The situation requires a subtle change in order to be brought to the highest good. So you may be in a position right now where you're kind of at a standstill. Things are just stagnant. Nothing is moving. You're not maybe at your lowest point where you're kind of wondering where, what are you going to do with your life? It may be even bringing on some bouts of depression as well. But you have to understand that you want to offer subtle changes, but you don't want to be in a position where you're kind of coming in with guns blazing, right? You don't need to be visible. You don't need to be heroic, really. Keep to your own counsel. You don't really want to be looking for advice in others right now. But you're kind of in a position where if you do, be very vague about it. It's really important to just kind of understand that whatever you're going through, unless, of course, you're in a position where you absolutely need emotional help, like you're going through a deep depression or some sort of emotional thing, mental thing, it's best to kind of keep things within yourself. So if any major life decisions that you're thinking of making, stuff like that, it's best to keep everything kind of to yourself. Cover your tracks. There are things that can be done that are possible with privacy. And if this resonates with you, you'll know what I mean. So the next card we have is the Eight of Cups. And with any Cups card, it generally symbolizes emotional tendencies, love. With Cups, there are definite water energy. So with this card, I should say, it symbolizes a grudge or a past trauma. You're holding on to some sort of negative energy. Maybe you're holding on to an individual that you didn't get closure with, whether they are still with us, whether they've passed on to the afterlife, to another realm, if you want to call it that, or someone that just they just ghosted you. They kind of just got up and left. And with these changes, again, you'll know what that means if this resonates with you. With the changes that are coming within you, you have to let go of this grudge. Like, this grudge is tying you down. It's taking up your energy. You have to understand that to let go is a freedom within itself. And this individual, this energy, this situation is hindering your ability to move forward. And you definitely want to put old emotions in their rightful place. And, vamoose. Get them out of the way. And then our final card is the High Priestess. Like I said, a major arcana card, which is great to have in such a small spread. And it really goes hand in hand with the Page of Swords and the Eight of Cups, right? With the High Priestess, we want self-cultivation at the top of your list, right? This is the trump card. So this is adhere to your chosen spiritual practice on a more regular basis. So if you're working on bettering yourself, again, this could be in any capacity, but the thing that you're working on, striving for, that you're being held back from this negative, traumatic energy, you want to make sure that you're tapping into that spiritual side a little bit more. Now, spiritual could be anything that you believe in. So I don't want you to look at spiritual from a religious standpoint in any way. A spiritual path doesn't necessarily have to do with religion at all. A spiritual path is more or less recognizing inside yourself that you're not worthless. You're worth something. You're worth fighting for. You're worth being loved. So you want to make sure that you're working on bettering yourself to move forward. So, and balancing that yin and yang energy as well, right? You have to release the negative, take in the positive. But if you're taking in that negative, you're not going to get very far. So, and it's a card of lessons as well, right? So you're learning your lesson from Mr. and Mrs. Eight of Cups here, but you're also not letting it go and not benefiting from that. So overall, a pretty decent spread, if I do say so myself. But like I said, you're definitely worth it. So it's easier said than done to say, hey, let go of that trauma, let go of that negative energy. But something you definitely want to work towards, because if you don't let it go, it's going to hinder your success in anything you're trying to achieve. But as always, you can reach me at Mythical Tarot on YouTube, Mythical Tarot Girl on Facebook and on Instagram. And as always, I thank you for watching.